Hello everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft 1.7. So I was just up there making some food and I needed some salt, so I was doing the thing where you have to get the water bucket, craft it into the fresh water, grab another water bucket. I'm thinking, why am I just sitting here doing this? I mean, if I just fill up with a stack of this water, that'll last me a long time, but why do I need to do that myself? Why can't I just have like an autonomous activator getting me a water bucket? So, ideally, I think the best way to do this would be to have Ender IO item conduits, but I'm going to try Buildcraft pipes, just because I haven't used Buildcraft in a long time. So let's see, let's get that going, and I'm going to tell it to only pull out water buckets. There we go. And that engine will take a little while to heat up. It'd be better if I had some gates, but I don't have the technology to do that set up just yet. Maybe in the near future. Okay, so I made some of these crafters from Progressive Automation. I don't know exactly what they're capable of. But let's see. Let's get another emerald pipe here. Could use a wood one there, but I already got some emerald, so why not? And oh, wish I had pipe plugs. Well, this'll work. Okay, and a lever. I can use just one lever for both of these. There we go. Okay, so I actually don't know how to use these things. So do I need to have like 2 water buckets to do this? So this is actually the same day as I was recording the last episode. I just wanted to do this on camera since I was here. And I will show what I've got for the base so far in just a moment. Oh, okay, so we got the water bucket. It is going to go there. And it has made fresh water. So can I tell it to extract that fresh water? Obviously I'll need to pipe that into a chest, not put it into the autonomous activator. That's not going to do what it's supposed to do. Yeah, oh, it's kind of annoying how it's gonna burn a lot more fuel than it really needs to do that. Well, I guess once we get this all going, it won't be that bad. Well, wait, did it eat the bucket? Oh, it ate the bucket, didn't it? Well, that's highly unfortunate. Might have to have some other kind of crafter. We got this Ender IO crafter. I don't know, I might try making one of those and mess around with it. I also got the crafter robots. I don't know how you use the robots, but they're really expensive. I don't know, I'll mess with this some more on my own. Oh right, the base. So, like I said, this is the same day, so I haven't got any feedback on this, but I went ahead and filled out the rings for all the different layers. And I believe the way this worked out is that the crawl spaces are 3 blocks tall, as opposed to the 4 that I originally said. This is probably good enough. And then the main floors are 5 blocks tall? Right. Yeah, and what I was originally saying with 6 and 4, I was not counting the block for the floor, so 10 blocks for a floor gives you 8 blocks of vertical space to work with because there's 2 layers. One for the main floor and one for the wiring area floor / ceiling for the previous floor. And let me know what you think of the block choices. Not 100% sure what I think about the checkerboard floor, but I think it's okay. Alright, so the production tables from the Steve's Workshop mod, thank you Thunder, these can do auto-crafting and they do not eat the buckets, so that's a good thing. So give me that empty bucket. I did have to apply several upgrades here, so I've got extra storage, which I'm not sure if it's necessary. I feel like it probably is. And then we've got the auto-crafter upgrade, which allows it to do auto-crafting. Then I've got the auto transfer upgrade, which seems to be necessary for it to, or is that necessary really? I don't know, the pipes weren't connecting to it at first, but yeah, I think you just have to break and replace the pipes. Okay, so that upgrade probably was not necessary. So just need the autocrafter, the extra storage. It does require energy, so I've got a solar generator here, and let's go ahead and get rid of the nighttime. I'm kind of wondering for the hollow inventory if there's a way to blacklist certain items, because it's kind of annoying how, like, it'll even pop up for the sword pedestal, for example, and the table. I'd rather have those blacklisted. I might look into that later. It's just a minor annoyance, though. And why did you get reset, engine? Okay. Well, whatever the case is, you need to be pulling out water buckets, which, I don't know why clicking on a pipe with a bucket just doesn't do anything. And you need to be pulling out the empty buckets and the fresh water, which I'll do in just a moment. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a diamond pipe down here and a chest, I guess, here. So we'll say that the fresh water goes into the chest, and then the empty bucket should go to red automatically, but I'll go ahead and put something there just in case. And thank you, zombie. Thank you. Very helpful. And just to make sure, put you know, just a wrench on everything else so that nothing will go down those paths. And this should work. So let's go ahead and put that bucket in there. And sometimes it'll pick up and place the water a couple times before it does its thing, but that's okay. So let's see, you are going to... oh, it's not extracting anything. Do I have this set up incorrectly? Backside is output. Maybe it does need this upgrade. This could be a problem. Oh, well, I haven't set fresh water here in this filter. That could be part of the problem, but why is it not getting the bucket? Well, darn. What does select mode mean? I don't know. I don't know why this doesn't work. Okay, putting 2 stacks of buckets into the autonomous activator didn't work out so well either. Great. Oh, why? Why? I just wanted salt. Is that so wrong? Alright, I've been messing around a little bit, trying to figure out what I want to do about automatically mining for resources, and I've come across these OpenComputers robots, which appear to be able to work a lot like turtles do. And here the hollow inventory is getting very annoying. I looked in the config file, and it shows that there's a command, hollow inventory, for where you can like blacklist stuff. It says ban the next inventory you right click on. If I do hollow inventory ban, do I need the angle brackets? Right click a block or entity to ban the hologram on that type. There we go. Cool. So now it's not going to show me that anymore. That's cool. And look at this. They can even use the pickaxes from my mod, even decorated ones. Is that not awesome? I mean, it's not terribly surprising. I mean, if a player can hold it, then why not some other kind of entity? But still, this is really, really cool. I think they have something very similar to the Turtle API in ComputerCraft, so I think it's like, does like that work? Is that a thing? Okay, what about if I tell you to just dig straight ahead? Okay, there is no such thing as dig. I think you move them forward by saying forward. Yep, that worked. And what about backward? No such thing. Okay. What about turn right? That works. Okay, so there's got to be some way to dig blocks. I know there is. Is it mine? Okay, well, let me figure this out. Okay, it is called swing. So robot.swing. Cool, and you mine the dirt block, and it doesn't look like it uses up any durability of the tool, so that's pretty cool. Just like turtles. And I love how you can see a chest on him for every inventory upgrade I added to him. I don't know if there's any way I could change the inventories now. You use this electronics assembler to make them, and to do that you have to put in a computer case, and the tier affects what you can put in. And what's really cool is that when you hover over a slot, it highlights what you can put in that slot, both in your inventory and in NEI. So it's pretty easy to figure out what you can put in each slot. So let's see, how much energy does it cost to mine a block? So he has 19,800. Now he has the same amount. Okay. What about moving forward? That cost you nothing that I can see. Well, there's got to be some cost. Turning cost energy. Okay, it looks like it's only ticking the energy down occasionally. It must have some hidden part to the value or something. Can you give these a parameter? Tell it how far to go? That doesn't seem like it. No, they still only moved one block. Okay. Well, I'll mess around with this some on my own. Probably build one on the server pretty soon. Oh, and the names, it assigns randomly. I don't know if there's some way you can change that. There probably is. But I like the random names. They're probably better than anything I could ever come up with. Alright, so I think I've got what I need to build a pretty basic robot here. I can't remember if I showed it, but when you hover over this assemble button, it will tell you if you're missing something that's pretty important, like a keyboard that you would need to interact with your robot or something like that. So be sure to pay attention to that before you click. So, not really expensive, I would say. I loaded up this table with a stack of iron and a stack of gold, and used half the iron, a quarter of the gold, and still got some leftover components laying around here. I accidentally made too many hard drive platters, so I just went ahead and made a second hard drive. So not really expensive, it's just a lot of crafting. It takes a while to do this, and I think this thing might need energy. I'm not sure. It wasn't when I was in my creative world, but that's a creative world. Okay, yeah. I was afraid of that. Well, let's see if we can get you some power somehow or another. So, give me my wrench. And let's steal a capacitor bank from up here. I isolated the dimensional bridge stabilizer, gave it its own capacitor banks and 2 tier 2 solar panels. And over here I've got some fire water running in the system now. I gave it a stack of everything as before, and it looks like it's burned through about half of it. And we've got a meteor approaching. There's a good chance my shield will destroy it if... Alright. Had to make a little cut there, so let's see what we got here. Oh, it's doing stuff now. That's good. So it looks like it'll take a little under 3 minutes. And I've apparently got it. Wow, that's a lot of power draw. Oh, man. I did not expect that. Let's go grab a few more capacitor banks here. Man, I can't wait to get moved into that new base and get a real power setup going, so I don't have to do stuff like this again. Okay, this will be good. Alright, well, I've got a dog to go corral for the night, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm guessing my robot is done here. It named it Rosie. Cool. I don't know what that is a reference to, if anything, but I've got a robot. It's a pretty basic one, but it should work. And now the problem is how to get this disk. Oh, well, that requires a disk platter as well. Instead of making a second hard drive, I should have made a couple of these. Oh well, that's not too bad. Might as well keep a stack of paper in here. Need a lot of it. So let's get to crafting. Okay, here's the OpenOS disk. This should allow me to boot the robot if I were to turn it on now. What? That doesn't even do anything. Why? What's your problem? It says it has energy, but it's not booting. Okay, let me figure out why it's not working. Alright, well, I think the problem was I was using this EEPROM item here, and these both have the same ID, same description, but the Lua BIOS is the one that you want. And notice when you click on that, it takes you to the recipe for the EEPROM. To get the Lua BIOS, you have to combine the EEPROM with a book. And I basically just put Rosie through the disassembler, and it put all the parts in the adjacent assembler. I got all of them back. There's like a 5% chance of loss. Replaced the EEPROM with the Lua BIOS and rebuilt it. Got kilobyte now and seems to work. Got an error message at least. So let's try you again. There we go, and we're booted up. And I can't remember what the command for installing the OS is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Alright, so the command to install the operating system is install, strangely. So let's go ahead and run that. I just stopped the server in my game briefly to install the Mining World mod. Let's see, install, we got one hard drive. So it's installed to that. It'll copy all the files from the disk over to the hard drive. That takes a while. Very noisy. I'm gonna try to use this mod a lot more this time around. This is something you would think I would use a lot. Alright, so we should be able to boot up without the disk now. Yep, and you can hear it's making the hard drive sound instead of the little floppy disk sound that it was making before. And I'm going to put away this endstone. The endstone I had in my inventory because I saw the drones in here, which is something else I'm going to have to mess around with. That looks interesting. So let's see. What does the mining world take to go to? I know you can use this thing. And I thought there were blocks that you could make for... Yeah. So we need the mining multi-tool, and need to make the portal frames, allegedly. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So stone bricks. I spent a lot of time crafting on here. Maybe I should add applied logistics. It's a mod I decided to skip since it's everywhere, but I could always add it at any time. And when I do, if I do, I sound so sure that I'm going to need it. I'll be able to just like, you know, reset the mining world, hop in, grab a bunch of Certus quartz, stuff like that. So it's not a big deal. Okay, now I need more bricks. Well, I got plenty of stone. Well, I'll just make a bunch of bricks. Did not mean to do it like that. I wish you could right-click to craft a stack in these production tables, but you can't, unfortunately. So I don't know how many of these things you need. Let's start with 10. Wow, it's already 50% used. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a robot. And I made a supercharged ruby pick for it, since that has high durability. And I guess we'll go stick this in chaotic space. If he doesn't like it, and I can't imagine why he wouldn't, I can move it later. You know, it's kind of funny. I'll say I need a place to build a portal. Well, build it in my portal room. And I'm like, okay, where exactly in the portal room should I build it? And he's like, I don't care. So I'm gonna assume he doesn't care. So this actually worked this time. Last time I used this, it didn't work. So just built it like a nether portal, lit it with the mining multi-tool, and shift to go in. Downloading terrain. What? Oh, well, this is mildly inconvenient. Hello. Okay. Well, let's see. I can't remember where the surface is. Let's see. Okay, well, there's dirt. That's probably a good sign. There we go. Okay, so why exactly it put the portal underground? I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. I can just build like a staircase or something up. So got plenty of glow roses here. That's good. Actually, I should probably take any barrel ones I see, because you can craft those into cactus green, which I really need. Okay, so I think the mining robots have some kind of built-in mining program, and I came very, very poorly prepared for this, but let's just put together something really quickly to test it out a little bit. Let's put you there, and I think it's called Dig. Are you? Oh, you're not actually on. I don't know why I was showing stuff on the screen. I guess because I broke it when it was turned on. So let's see, I think there's a built-in dig program. File not found. Okay, is there some way I can view the programs that it has? ls/bin. Okay, so we got some basic programs here. I thought there was some kind of built-in mining program called Dig, but not seeing it. I wonder what the Yes program does. What does Yes do? Oh. Well, that's helpful. Alright, right. No, I just realized I don't have any way for this guy to generate fuel on his own. Is there like some upgrade I can add after the fact? There's a generator upgrade. Might have to put one of those on. Glad I put the thing that lets you add an extra upgrade after you built the robot. That could have been very bad otherwise. Okay, so didn't see anything in bin. User sounds like it'd be okay, might have to spend some time just kind of exploring the file system here. User man. That just looks like normal programs. Are those like symbolic links to the stuff in bin? Let's bin. Yeah, that's like the same, a lot of the same stuff, but without the .lewis. So I guess they're symbolic links or something like that. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe I should spend some more time like watching some videos about this, and I don't know. Might do some mining in this world on my own as well. I'm nearly out of redstone. It is pretty bad. Alright, so this is probably a pretty good length for an episode, so next time I might go set up some kind of mining operation with the robot, or I might do that on my own. Just kind of have to see how it works out. I can't believe I recorded 2 episodes in one day, but that's just how it worked out. I felt like just taking a break from the mod making for a change. And here I'm just digging up a staircase. Mostly been working on the new Fun Ores mod for 1.8, so that I'll have, you know, ores in my world for whenever I do add mods, or mods that need them, assuming that that the world survives long enough. I just cannot talk today. I should probably quit while I'm ahead. So thank you for watching. Don't forget you can subscribe if you want to keep up with my videos. I'm going to try to use OpenComputers a lot more this season. It was something I added in Season 2 and I didn't really use much, and I wish I had, because, you know, that's something that I would definitely be good at, because after all, I did major in computer science for whatever that's worth. The degree is pretty useless, but you know, I spent a lot of time on computers, taught myself to program, all that good stuff. Alright, so as always, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't already, have I said that? I don't have a clue anymore. It's like midnight for me. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.